Hello, guys. This is not the return to YouTube I would have liked, but I'm back after 3 months, three of the harshest months of possibly my life. It's basically, I went for exams, basically the Indian versions of GCSEs. However, the GCSEs were bumped up to level 100. And right now, my computer's busted. I didn't think I was going to be recording, but then I saw the news. I saw the news that Chelsea Football Club has joined the European Super League. This is in no way written, scripted. I usually have points for my videos. I don't even have that. I'm just going straight off the top of my head, basically just rambling. Because I don't know what else to do right now. I used to think Roman Abramovich was different. I used to think that Roman Abramovich was a billionaire, yes. An oil money person, yes. I used to believe that he was different because he didn't abandon us after 5 years when most people would have just left us in the dust. He bought the club from a person who was basically him, the English version of him, and had just burnt our club to the ground basically. And he lifted us. He got us to heights that no one else would have ever imagined. He won us a Champions League and has invested in us 20 years consistently. And now he's ruined his legacy. Because I don't know how I can support this. I feel as a proud Indian, as a person brought up in India, to make an apology. An apology to fans in England, in Spain, and in Italy. Because I feel we are a target market in this. We are the reason this exists. It's to find fans from us. And I don't want it to happen. I would never in a million years want it to happen. I've made a video on why the European Super League is such an awful idea because it's happened in India and it's practically fractured Indian football. Mohan Bagan and East Bengal just joined and they did relatively okay, and it was scary. It was scary because now it meant the I-League was nothing. It was soulless. And I know the Prem won't be that because at least the Prem has so many different levels with so many really passionate fans and stuff. But I feel this apology comes from me as an Indian fan for all the casuals this was made for, and for all the legacy fans, we basically mean the old fans and the real fans who have been sacrificed to make this a reality. I'm just reeling in the back of my head at this point. It's an awful idea. In every sense of the word, awful, an idea together. And it will break football, and I'm rapidly falling out of love with Chelsea. I spent 5 years of my life trying to prove that I was not like the others, that I was a real Chelsea fan who sat on this table right next to me and in the room right next to me until times like 4:30 in the morning when I should have been studying. I was up watching matches like West Brom versus Chelsea, which ended in a 5-2. I stayed up and tried to prove that yes, I care. I care about what's basically halfway across the world because I have this sort of loving relationship with the club I've visited once. I've visited the stadium once, and yet I possibly love it more than anything in the world. And now I don't even know if I like it. Obviously, there are multiple videos telling you how broken this is, how absolutely damaging to the ethos of football this is. But I think the point I want to nail on is, imagine alienating everyone. You've managed to alienate everyone. In India, I know for a fact that there's going to be quite a lot of casual fans jumping on. But if they're expecting to play like Chelsea versus Real Madrid, let's talk about Chelsea versus Real Madrid, shall we? The Champions League semi-final. Chelsea and Real Madrid were both formed in the early to late 19th to 20th century and have played each other thrice. 70s, 80s, 90s. We last played in the 90s in the European Cup Winners' Cup, and we've never lost to them. This is the first time they would have played in the Roman Abramovich era, and I would have loved to see what we could have done. I would have loved to see what we had made, and we can prove that finally we can compete with the big boys. Like, Chelsea is actually a club that you should care about, and now I don't even know if it's happening. No, it's happening. Oh, it's happening in the European Super League. That's when it's happening. In fact, in the span of 1.5 years with this European Super League format, Chelsea and Real Madrid will have already played the amount of times that they have currently. And that's what ruined the shine of a game like that. Like, our game could have been two of the biggest clubs in the world just being big clubs of the world. Has become kind of useless. It's become a day, almost weekly thing. And it's sort of alienating me, because I'm stuck in this weird situation where everyone's saying support local, football's dead at the top, but it's not at the bottom. I don't have a bottom. All my local teams are disbanded or rebranded to different cities because India is franchised. I know the effects of a Super League. Our literal first division right now is going to be called the Indian Super League, whilst the I-League, that's a historic league and the culmination of literally every historic league since the British times. Now it's become the second division. It's become the championship. It's basically the It's basically the Prem first division situation, only a lot worse. It's because it slowly sucks out everything. Don't get it for a second that people are going to stay in the Prem. Because no, Declan Rice may be a West Ham fan outside, but maybe he'll look in to the European Super League and think, I could get more money there. I could support my family over there. Because ultimately, in the end, football's a money game. It was always a money game. Oh, and let's talk about the argument that, oh, the European Super League is bad because FIFA and UEFA are also bad. That's not a valid argument. That's like bringing a machete to a school trip. It accomplishes nothing because that's not the situation we're handling right now. It's like trying to solve poverty with a machete. It's literally that. And I don't know, because I'm falling out of love with my club. Something I never thought I'd ever do. Because my biggest dreams in the world were not, oh, get $1 million or get a good car, or heck, I don't even know what I want as a job. All I wanted was to live near Stamford Bridge so I could go week in, week out to watch my football club play. And now I feel like that's past me. So this was just a quick video. I guess regular uploads will not be back for quite a while because the computer's busted, and I've recorded this on my phone because that's how severe that is. That's how much I wanted to talk about this. So anyway, just peace.